instilled in him core values that allowed him to make it through. Can I get a witness?
Amen.
He was born at a time that, 47, that he was a biracial young man. And those that would dialogue was in open form, sometimes people always are labeling. But when you have this posturing or this positive reinforcement, it really doesn't make any difference what somebody say about you when you know who you are.
Amen.
And so Mr. Barack just kept on studying, preparing, even went out on the court and shot a few threes. Can I get a witness? We've got to understand that when God gives you something, that just because you're a believer doesn't mean that it's going to be easy. You still got to work your way through it. Can I get a witness? There's been some misteaching that when you become a believer, everything is going to work out. I stopped by today to tell you that you have the power of the Holy Spirit to enable you, to empower you to work it out, but there's work in developing and becoming all that the Lord would have you to become. As I was journeying with him through his resume, he said, I took some turns. Yes, I did. He said, I tried some mind-altering products. Don't need to be specific today. But I always, and this is it, if you put it, and there's a line in the scripture, in the Proverbs, that train them up in the way they should go. When you put it in, there's always that voice that says, no, this is not for you. Can I get a witness? We fail forward. We have failures in our lives. We make some wrong choices in our lives, but we don't have to park by our misfortunes. And so he said, yes, I'm going to be transparent. Yes, I did. I did some things, but there was always this voice saying that you are better than that. You can do more than that. Anybody in here know what I'm talking about?
Amen.
Anybody in here know that they have tried, but they said, no, I'm going to look at the big picture, and I'm going to see beyond that. And so we can see some positive things. Then got off to college. Somebody know what I'm talking about. Got off to college and got out there and just started to, what can I say, doing what he wanted to do.
Amen.
But that still small voice kept messing with him. He said he finally said, no, I can't just go to class and just try to pass, but I've got to buckle down. Said he went on and got down.
Amen.
Didn't he do it?
Amen.
He said, and if you look at my junior and senior year, said it ain't nothing glamorous about it, because I took those hard courses and I stuck in there because I was seeing beyond my present state.
Amen.
Can I say something today? If we are going to be able to arrive and have a fresh start and be able to say, yes, I can, we have to have a vision that is beyond our present state. It has to be beyond those, when I use that word concentric circle, those that are close to us. You can't always go along with the crowd. If you know that the Lord has purpose in your life to do something, you have to break away and you have to burn the midnight oil. You have to be in preparation so that the Lord can use you in a mighty way. So I just thought I'd just say today that Mr. Barack Obama said, hey, don't expect me to go to Washington and shake them up.
Amen.
But you ought to think where you are and take a inventory. Ain't that what we said the first Sunday? Let each of us examine ourselves
Amen.
and see what the Lord would have for us. Can I finish preaching right quick? Said, it was great in '08, but it's going to be mighty fine in '09. Somebody ought to say that with me. That sounds good. It was great. You made it. It was great. Some of y'all in '08, but it's going to be mighty fine in '09. Can I get a witness? Come on, Sister. Go on, give it to him. Just give Lord some praise. Amen. Anybody in here gonna believe that? Amen. And so Paul writing to this church in Corinth, and Corinth was a church that I enjoyed. That's the first book I tried to teach when I arrived here. It was a church that was like Ebb. It had diversity. It had gifted and talented people in that. In 1 Corinthians 12, he lists almost all the gifts, and they was right there in the church. But if you don't grow, I said it ain't enough. Didn't I say it this morning? It ain't enough just to be connected. Because some people just want to come just for the worship. It ain't enough. You got to grow.
Amen.
And you got to grow in a community where that you are different. Can I get a witness? Because when a believer accepts the Lord, he or she is a new creation. They are born from above. They are changed within, and with values and a lifestyle that confronts and clashes with the acceptable morals. True believers, they don't really blend well in society. And that's what this church was doing. It was struggling in the environment, for it was surrounded by corruption and every conceivable sin, and they felt the pressure. Can I get a witness? Of trying to blend within. And they found out that it wasn't working. And you'll find out that today that we still will struggle with the culture, will struggle with the demographics of our community, because people will want us to believe that we can do a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
Amen.
And this is where we put that quote there, and it ain't that bad. Can I get a witness?
Amen.
I go to church. Can I get a witness? Sometimes I tip, sometimes I tithe, but I go to church. Can I get a witness? But he said that this won't work. Paul is saying that as the Corinth children of God are battling, knowing that they have sins and they have shortcomings in their life, he's saying to them in this letter, he said, be careful. Be careful. Don't try to blend with the world, accept its values and its lifestyle. He said you got to remember that Christ is first. And that our lives should be what? Christ-centered. And that after they have tried to destroy your reputation, your character will still be what? Blameless. Loving lives that will make a difference for God. As you read through 1 Corinthians, we have to ask ourselves that question. Does my life please God?
Amen.
And so he gets to verse chapter 10, and he's having conversation with them because he's sharing with them that there are some people that have not arrived at a theological underpinning that can work around and through the culture. They still are caught up with sacrificial food that is still being sacrificed to idols. There was the temple